We're back. Episode 4, Suzerain. God, it's been a while since I loaded the game up. I played like the first 3 episodes, all in one go, and then it's been about a few weeks. So, my gosh, I hope that everything makes sense to me. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining me in this political role-playing game. There's been a good series of comments, a lot of warnings about giving power away, a lot of warnings about falling in bed with those dirty capitalists, something we do not wish to risk. But yeah, it's going to be... I want to play this game as I feel like politically I should, but it's going to be interesting. Increasing homelessness here in the region of Bergia. Bergia is owned in landlocked region of Sordland, bordering the regions. Okay. 6 million inhabitants. So what we're learning is that we have a serious amount of issues in this country. Homelessness for the Bloodish people, which is alarming because they are one of our strong ethnic minority groups, which we don't, if we don't look to address that, can there be a rise of ethnic tension in this game? Oh, a lot going on, but we do have something. We've got briefings, we've got a meeting, and we've got an opinion piece. Well, the opinion piece is quick, so we'll read that. People's views on the need for democratic reform in the government structure has changed over the last decade. Reformist propaganda from the leader of the People's Freedom and Justice Party, Franz Richter, have resulted in a massive increase in the demands for democratic reforms. It is estimated that currently 55% of the population supports this idea. And this was one of the things that came up in the comments. Democratic reforms are all well and good, but who's going to benefit from that, right? Because sure as heck, is it going to be us in our party, or is it going to be the opposition? It's very cynical, but someone in the comments said, "Why are you giving away power when you don't need to give it away? You're in a good position." We should only really look to strengthen that role. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I also really want to, improve the country. We'll see. Let's handle the issues as they come up. Okay, so let's go for a meeting on media strategy. Lucian and Peter, it's our 2 friends again. They've arrived at the office to talk about recent development in media strategy. They both took their seats across from me. Lucian is this guy. Yes, he's Malcolm Tucker, chief strategist. He puts on his reading glasses. Peter turns to Lucian and nods. Let's begin. First of all, Lucian, you mentioned that Marcel Caronti contacted you. Now, if you remember correctly, he is the wealthy businessman, philanthropist, entrepreneur, the head of that capitalist group who were wanting to support us, but in exchange for favours. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'm uneasy. I typically do not trust these business people. He operates, however, the largest advertising company. It is a difficult one. I mean, there's a lot to read here. I don't want to read out everyone's wiki entry to you. Just, he is a rich man, and we have to placate to the rich people, I guess. Or do we? Let's see what they have to say. The Contis had always been known as one of the richest and most influential families in Sordland. Marcel Caronti was no exception. He was the eldest son of Conrad Caronti, the industrialist and media mogul who founded HOS. HOS being the heart of Sordland conglomerate. It is basically Murdoch. This is Rupert Murdoch over here, right? That's how I think of it anyway. Or who's an equally popular flipping media mogul. That TV show that people like. I can't remember what it's called. He's the richest man in our nation. Okay, Conrad Caronte. He's the richest man. Oh man, I hate the wealthy. Lucian turns to me. He has offered to meet with you, Mr. President. What does he want? Why is Conrad sending his son? Why should I meet him? What does he want? What does he want, the rich man? After the passing of his father, may he rest in peace, Marcel aims to become the next CEO of HOS Conglomerate. He mentions a productive collaboration. Okay, they're a powerful and influential media conglomerate to start with. They own the Sordland Today newspaper, the Swedish Broadcasting Corporation, the Sword, which means it will be wise to have them on our side. Sorry for interrupting. Oh, sure. I don't want to be productive with them. What does the productive collaboration entail? Let's consider our options first. No need to be hasty. Sounds like there's potential there. Oh, I don't. What does this productive collaboration entail? I say, with my fingers quoting the air. He did not wish to explain the details over the phone, but rather in person. I believe I will be receiving a call from him sometime soon. Oh, will you, Lucian? That was another thing that people said in the comments. Don't trust people. Don't trust the people in this game. They're all after themselves. And I'll be honest, as much as Peter looks like he's been my friend forever, Peter. I mean, Lucian looks untrustworthy, but I reckon Peter's going to be like, he's going to be Fredo, isn't he, in Godfather Part 2 here. I know it's you, Peter. I know it's you. However, as Peter said, they have substantial power over the content of our media outlets. Headlines, radio shows, that is what we would be offering. What you want in return is what we need to understand. Give and take, innit? Again, it's Rupert Murdoch and the Blair government here. We can win them on side, but at what's the cost? What's the cost here? Or to give another UK analogy, Jeremy Corbyn and the Murdoch media. We don't get them on side. We just go to war with the media forever. Oh man. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to determine our general approach to the media. I'm no expert, but Lucian has made some very interesting arguments about the preparation meeting yesterday. Okay, there are two ways we can approach the media. One of them is by influencing it, which has clear advantages. The other one is keeping it independent. Oh. Interesting. Good guy Chris believes that the media should be independent, right? Good guy Chris does. But you guys in the comments have put doubt in my head, right? Real doubt about giving away power. The media is a tool that we need to use, guys. I agree. Media plays a huge role in... Listen, that's how all politicians see the media, right? I'm not saying that it can't be independent, but you have PR artists who spin everything. That is the spin. We're talking spin here, right? And as cynically as that is, I kind of feel like we need to be... I can't be this naive president going in here and hoping that everyone just is nice to us. I can't. We can't do that. Lucian agrees anyway. It plays a huge role in adapting public opinion towards our views and policies while helping us avoid damage from scandals or mistakes. While I do acknowledge that this may sound harsh, I certainly believe that our perspective, knowledge and experience allows us to have a superior judgment compared to the average Swordish citizen. Do you think... I may have said this in a previous episode. As I say, it was several weeks ago. Lucian here looks like one of the old masters from Doctor Who, from the classic series. And that worries me. Right, I see what you're getting at. That does sound harsh, Lucian. I see what you're getting at. I agree with Lucian, but why the assumptions? There'll be scandals and mistakes? We can always hope for the best, but do we really think nothing can go wrong? Especially considering the very recent history of Sordland. Listen, there's a knock on the door. But he's right, we're going to have scandals. Who is it? Please come in. Who is it? It's Livia. Livia, Mr. President. Who are you, Livia? Oh, she's the secretary. She previously worked for Swordish Airlines headquarters, and now she works for us, the United Sordland Party. Good for her. Good for her. Oh, this is the secretary that... Is it Peter picked out? And he's like, oh, I picked you out a hot secretary, mate. Lads, banter. I mean, listen, it's a very pretty cartoon picture, Livia. But I'm a married man. And Peter's a sexist pig. So, let's not forget that. Ah, Livia, there you go. It tells you here she's my new secretary. Her dark curls bounced as she crossed the room to my desk. She spoke with a slight lilt in her voice. All right, Rayner, keep your hair on, man. Excuse me, Mr. President. Mr. Galade's secretary has been calling me and wants me to relay a message. Oh, that's Lucien. Sorry, Lucien. Who's that? Marcel Coronti, the new CEO of HOS Conglomerate, is on the line for you, Mr. Galade. Well, the ball is in our court now. Would you like me to talk to him, sir? Would you like to talk to him, sir? Or would you like me to? Right, two things. I have no idea where this story goes. I don't want to talk to him and come across as needy. But then equally, if I give Lucien this call, how do I trust Lucien? Let's start this relationship off with a bit of trust, Lucien. You go ahead, connect. So Lucien, you talk to him. He's rung for you, and let's do it that way. Right away, sir. The phone rings. Lucien picks up the phone and starts listening. A few minutes pass as the two talk over the phone. Good news indeed. Congratulations, Mr. Caronti. Thank you for contacting me about this. We will talk later. Lucien puts the phone down. What was so important that it couldn't wait? Says Peter. He was just elected CEO by a board of directors. He'd offered a partnership deal regarding his media branch. He's inviting us to his resort near the Conriat for a meeting. It's the third largest city in the country. The board has decided rather quickly. It seems that gave him the confidence to approach us again. He's going to offer a real deal and now has the power of the conglomerate to do so. The choice is up to you, Mr. President. I can set up a meeting soon. Like, what do I do here? I'd like to hear your opinion, Peter. Arrange for the meeting. I don't want to associate... I mean, I don't. Let's hear what Peter's got to say. I have to say I'm torn. If he has become the new CEO, then he has enormous influence now. On the other hand, do we want to privately meet with someone we don't fully know? The meeting would help us figure him out. We could still say no to whatever he offers. My gut is to say no, man. My gut is to say no. I don't want to associate with media moguls. But is that really naive of me? Arrange the meeting. Or do I reject him? If I reject him outright, I can arrange a meeting and I can always say no. We'll arrange a meeting. We can always say no. I'll set things up. It's settled then. Look forward to a month. Lucien looks at his watch. Appears we're done for today. Good work, Marcel. Keep it up. They leave. Oh man, I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't. Sordland today. Conrath Caronti passes. That's sad. The radical, glamorous inaugural ball. The whole sword elite gather for a lavish state ball. Many citizens in the country are uncertain about their own future, but the state has no problem with wasting tax. Oh man, alright, I'm sorry. We demand the traditions of a wasteful nature. I mean, I don't want to go to this ball. Sordland's regional trade. As the Rayne administration starts its first term, there's a question: what will be the regional's international trade policy? Right, come on, guys. Holy shit, oh man. We've got a briefing, read the report, and something to sign for. Right. Short things first. The Reform Committee reports that any potential change to the Constitution in the direction of reformists will likely result in strong opposition from the National Front Party. Remember, these are our I mean, they're the fascists, guys. They're the ultra-conservative nationalists. I mean, say it. Call them what they are. Then the National Front. Like, you can't have those words and not know what that means. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, screw these guys, man. The member of the Assembly in support of such direction seem to be in great numbers and possibly make up a majority in the Grand National Assembly, whilst most members of the United Sordland Party seem reluctant about sorting such a change. I mean, I've promised reform. I've said about it, but shit. Let's see what this is then. The Electoral Campaign Finance Bill. The criteria for allocation of public funds shall no longer be according to the number of votes won in the general election by a political party. The new criteria shall be the proportion of the seats won by a political party in the Assembly. Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, hang on. I said about this last time, but I haven't read this. The criteria for the allocation of public funding shall no longer be according to the number of votes won in a general election. The new criteria shall be the proportion of seats won by a political party. Political parties shall receive an annual amount of 500,000 ren per member of the Assembly. This results in a doubling. It's this. Oh yes, doubling of the USP election budget and a slight increase in the other parties in the Assembly, while effectively removing all funding from parties that are below 10%. Oh, this was, if you remember in the last session, this was, we didn't like this, did we? Because it's quite corrupt in favour of us. I don't like it. I know you guys think that we shouldn't give up power, but this is such a Tory thing to do. Change the boundaries so it's easier for us. Like, I don't like it. I'm vetoing it, okay? Am I? Yeah, no, I am. I'm vetoing it. The Radical. Unfair Campaign Finance Bill crushed. Good. A new bill that further expands the unfairness of our electoral system has been approved by the National Assembly and was later vetoed by the President. The President deserves credit for crushing this undemocratic proposal, even though it came from his own party and would have benefited him. Oh, I mean... Right, I feel stupid. I've given away power there, but flip it. Come on, let's go. Go do a briefing. Simon Hall, Gus Manga, and Lilius Graf were about to arrive at the White Room for a scheduled economy meeting. This was the room in the Maroon Palace where all important meetings are held. So we've got Minister of Interior, Minister of Rural Development, Minister of Economy. Oh, Simon is often famed for his promotion of free markets. Often famed for his successful agriculture. Oh, these guys are going to get along with me. Two assistants arrived first, carrying a heavy projector. They stood with it on the door. They waited for the ministers. From the hallway, I heard Leah's Graf's voice. She was using the patient, almost mothering tone she often took into heated debates. Gus, do you really think that such an economically advanced area is in need of more investment than Angerland? And this is the fifth largest region. It's the poorest region. Hang on. So she says, do you really think that such an economically advanced area is more in need of investment? Okay, so she's going for... Right. Wait. Let's yeah. Sorry. Me confusing it. Lily, as my interior minister, strode in. She was clad in shades of brown and beige, the only spot of colour, a bright yellow Nurist star on her necklace. Gus followed closely behind. Don't be an idiot. What? Okay. What about the unemployment crisis in Greater Horsold and the Gelsland region are going through? These areas are our economic heartland. Oh man. Gus curled his hands in a fist. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development's temper hadn't changed since the days in the Alfonso administration, but neither had his reputation for getting things done. His far-reaching network of connections was unlike any other. Simon Hall quickly stepped between the two ministers without looking at either. He cleared his throat. Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm very well and motivated, Mr. Rayne. Seems our ministers are feeling the same. Just as expected. How's it going? I can see that. What's this discussion about? Great. Let's go with that one. We were having a discussion about the infrastructure plans. If I may, I would like to talk to you about the... Simon interrupted. We will get there, Gus. No rush. First, I'd like to conduct my economy presentation. I don't know what happened there. I'm interested... no, let's begin. Simon. Simon pulled a silk handkerchief out of his pocket and briefly wiped his glasses. Come on then, free market boy, tell me what you want. My staff and I have comprehensively analysed every aspect of... He was interrupted by a groan from one of the assistants by the door, both of whom were now visibly struggling to hold the projector. Oh, you can put that there. He pointed below the painting of President Sol. You remember him. The assistant placed the projector next to the table and installed a white screen on the wall. Leave now, I mean... Thank you, and please leave now. God, no, what a... The assistant left the cabinet room. I was reminded that Simon had never quite had a way with people, but his facility with numbers had made him the most sought-after economic specialist in Sordland. Simon started looking for his slides. He always carried documentation around with him. Wait, yawn. Oh, wait, I'm not going to yawn. Lilias leans to the table and spoke. Simon, what happened to the new police station construction in Ostord city, mostly known for its oil? Whilst going through his briefcase, he paused for a moment to answer. It got stalled due to a government property boundary issue. I've been meaning to look into it. I can take a look at that one. Ostord needs all the security it can get. Sure. More time for me to spend on analysis. His eyes glittered when he found the slides he was looking for. There have been some developments about the Suzerain losing further value today. We've been trying to stabilise it with the central bank. The recession of 51 put enormous pressure on the economy, resulting in a collapse of the value of our currency. The entire situation was a significant cause of concern for our administration. What would you like to know about the current economic situation? What's our GDP? What's our unemployment and inflation? What is the status of recession? Where are we at unemployment-wise? I want to know about the people first and foremost. Unemployment has skyrocketed and is now at a staggering 16%, and inflation is at a relatively high 7%. Unemployment is increasing crime and drug use. We need to get people off the streets. The inflation isn't helping our average citizen either. Okay. What about the recession? The economy has been in recession for about -6% in the past year. Let me have a drink. The average GDP has dropped from Sordland of 1,000... Jesus Christ, Chris. 15,454 per capita to 10,359 from 51 to now. Oh, jeez, guys. The administration's success depends on our ability to stop this recession. The sooner we can grow GDP, the better. Okay, and what is our GDP and debt situation, man? Our GDP is 310 billion, and the national debt is 427. Okay, we're cool. Austerity then. It's still hard to fathom that we lost nearly 150 billion in wealth. The past 3 years were very tough. They were. Okay, let's move on to strategies then, comrades. Simon scattered his paper stack in front of him in an orderly manner and took a final look at his notes. As you can see, the situation is alarming, but not everything is negative. The extension... look at this. The extensive privatisation programme of Alfonso left us a large budget surplus, which we can use to stabilise the crisis. Guess we sold the assets off, did we? The primary subject we need to settle on is what general path we will take in our term. Solonomics-based nationalisation happened in the 30s, and Alfonso's privatisation began during the end of the 40s. What will our administration focus on? One of our main promises was to promote a planned economy to stop the recession. To be frank, I still don't think this was a good idea. Yeah, I know you don't, because you are known for your free market. We shouldn't go back to... We shouldn't go back to Solonomics. It's the recession. It's the reason of the recession. How's it the reason of the recession, mate? We went into recession under privatisation. Self-sufficiency will help us in tough times. Oh, man. Flipping. Not only, Simon, am I gonna, like, delete you from the history. No, come on. Economic systems without regulations are bound to fail. What are the consequences of a free market? The more of the economy we control, the better we can manage a recession. What are the downsides? Nah, I'm going. The more of the economy we control, the better we can manage a recession. That's a fair argument to be made, but if we reduce the freedom of people in the marketplace in general, it would hinder our innovation and dynamism in supply and demand equation. Well, listen, Simon, we've got people who are really poor and hungry. So, shut up. Say what you will about Alfonso. Without his attempts, our current coffers would be empty and the recession would be a depression. One way to be remembered positively is to cause a recession and leave a few bills behind. That's right, Lil. The structural problems of Solonomics were going to lead to a recession according to the predictions at the time anyway. Either way, even if we pick one of these doctrines, we retain the option to make economic choices on a case-by-case basis. That is, however, not recommended in my point of view. The last thing we need is a chaotic economic plan. Finally, something we can agree on. Shut up, guys. There is another important point, which has a directed impact on our economy. Superpowers. We've done well not aligning ourselves with any one of them. Economically speaking, an isolationist policy overall could only work if we were to reap the benefits of both spheres and their rivalry. This is very dangerous to attempt, but possible. You remember we said that we were neither aligning with the communist East or the capitalist West. And this was because we were going down a strong independent route. I mean, I'm tempted obviously to go with the East, but we must be very cautious. There are schemes being devised about Sordland. We cannot give in to the wants now or in the future, otherwise our country will be turned into a pawn. Guys, Sordland will not be controlled by any nations. Exactly, Sol was right all along with his policies. I still haven't decided if they wish to come with a deal. Time will show. Staying neutral will work out. I don't know where you handed with that one. Sordland is not to be controlled, guys. Precisely my point. We will stand strong and show an example to the world. I hope we won't regret this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Minister Wishy? I don't know who that is. Will be in charge of informing you of the type of foreign policy decisions. We must first decide on our internal economic plan. He passes the document over. We have to thank Sol and his planned economy for the boom. It clearly shows the success of the system. Let's finish what Alfonso started with the capitalist free market reforms. His path was going to enrich Sordland. Would a planned economy focus bring us stronger allies? And what are our long-term economic schedules? Well, let's ask. What would a planned economy bring us? It would make United Kuntana diplomatically look at our country in a more positive light. They are proponents of a planned economy. The influence of Arcasia has on the world economy is extensive. Our economic strategy should be based on internal reasoning, though. So again, it's side with the Soviets or Americans. What about our long-term economic schedule? Picking a construction company, trade relations, tax reforms, and welfare privatisation or nationalisation initiatives will be some of them. Okay, I can do that. We must choose wisely and remember that the free market economy in all forms is the future of the world. Gus and Simon, I'm going to get rid of you. I mean, I know I said I wasn't going I wasn't going to be I'm not going to be a dictator, but like, seriously, guys. Oh, it's the future of the world. You don't even know, mate. I wouldn't be so sure. Listen, we have to thank Sol and his planned economy for the boom. It showed the success of a system. Precisely the reason why we should stick to the old system. State planning and regulation both showed great successes in the 30s, only for a limited time, until even Tarquin Sol himself discovered the limits of his system. The slowdown began during his rule, remember. Let's move on, guys. What are your final thoughts, President? Critical institutions must remain in state control. You must be fully responsible in delivering services. Oh, man, we should look at opportunities like privatisation. A market economy doesn't require as much guidance and could help us attract foreign capital. It's hard to fully disagree with these options. Oh, man. Listen, command economy is where we're going. We're doing that. Few could be, and it wouldn't be negative, but either way, you make the choices. I hate you, Simon. So, what will our general economic plan promote? We're going to promote a planned economy, as promised. Not sure if we've made the right decision here. Gus looks worried. Now that that's is clarity on which direction we are heading, I will work on a good plan accordingly. Gus, look at him. Look at his face. Oh, he's also a minority owner in his hometown football club. Which, by the way, I love that has a wiki page. Concludes our meeting then, friends. Very good, very good. Game is now saving. We have a lot of stuff that's now popped up, so let's just see what's going on. We got a promising report here in Sarna. For the first time in 3 years, the agricultural output of Sarna has increased. Many experts link the increased output to both a drop in temperatures and a new farming practice which has been adopted in recent years. Additionally, farmers are now accessing more generous credit allowance from the governments than were left over from the Alfonso administration. Planned economy, guys, planned economy. The Ministry of Agriculture reports the region's agricultural industry has the potential to become a powerhouse if investments persist. That's worth noting. Then, who else have we got? Let's go around here. Report on this place. The recession led to a reduction in rail assets, with more than a fifth of the railway networks itself antiquated, being mothballed in recent years. Oh no. Whilst the main lines of the railway network are currently in service, increasing demands in goods from Gelsord to the capital is pushing the networks to its limit. The rail signal system of the region dates from the middle of last century, and it needs improvement. So we need infrastructure here. Farming we could do. I'll come to this in a minute. We've got a report here on infrastructure. The recent collapse of tourism has led to a reduction in trade traffic and road maintenance. The road network is currently in service, but it needs to so another infrastructure project here. Ports, country roads, bridges suffer similarly from a lack of investment. Firms doing business in Lenkerg report a significant shortage of warehousing facilities, particularly refrigerated facilities. Right. Holy shit. So basically everything is wrong with the country. And what are you increasing? Number of people filing for unemployment in Morna continues to rise as recession continues. Great. Flipping brill. Before we click on this exclamation mark, what are you saying? Sordland today. Economy meeting held in Sordland. Contact close to the government report that yesterday the economic plan was decided behind doors. Yes. Freezing temperatures have been recorded. Nationalist violence. A man in his 20s was beaten up by the flipping fascists. And Armadine Industries pioneering electronics. Interesting. Right, what's going on over here? Water went down the wrong way. Apologies. The Minister of Economy has put forward 2 bold plans for mega infrastructure projects that would help with the economic recession in the long term. Investing in a project of this scale will take up a portion of our budget, but could prove worthwhile. I mean, yeah, let's invest. Let's do it, guys. Okay, let's discuss what we're having here. The view towards the Marquian Sea. from Lackhaven was nothing short of exquisite. The seaside state residence, fittingly named the Blue Mansion, was large, fine, and accommodating. Oh, fuck, not these guys again. But enjoying the luxurious mansions wasn't the main reason of our visit. We gathered the economic team to discuss. Half an hour had already passed since the meeting started. Unfortunately, I did not even have the chance to have my usual afternoon coffee. Looking out the window, I let my mind drift for a couple of seconds. Simon's voice brought me back into the ongoing discussion. Mr. President, we need to focus on boosting the economy as quickly as possible. One of the fastest ways to achieve this is through infrastructure projects. Well, what can we focus on, Simon? On the one hand, businessmen are complaining about the slow logistical rail network between Hull, Sword and Lackhaven. The leader starts talking as soon as Simon takes a breath. On the other hand, citizens are criticising the lack of proper highway connections between Lackhaven and Avery. The narrow roads by the seaside are not only dangerous but also difficult to traverse. We need to heed the calls of businesses in these days of recession. We need to pick the most profitable option for economic growth. The citizens and their demands are what matters. The citizens are what matter. But if we're trying to get out of a recession, I wish I knew the outcomes of some of these. Because the citizens are what matter, and it'd be great to invest in that, but oh, this is HS2, isn't it? If I invest in the rail, we need to pick the most profitable option for economic growth. Citizens and their demands matter the most. I'm not going with this one, but it's between these two. Let's go for profitability, which is obviously connecting our two most economically powerful cities. It's not the business people that suffer, but the ordinary folks. What really matters, though, is that we can accomplish something tangible in your first economic act. Okay. We must prove our administration's capabilities. The people must know that this administration can get things done. We must improve the economy of the nation and bring it out of the recession. I mean, you cannot argue with that. Therefore, I've defined two important projects for your attention. The H3 highway project and the L1 high-speed railway project. Mr. Hall repositions himself on a chair to make himself more comfortable. The ministry can only support one project at a time with the current capacity of budget. Let's move on to the details. What one do I want to hear about first? Tell me about the highway. Tell me about the highway, mate. This project aims to improve the abysmal state of road network in the Anglin region bordering Agnolia. The area is home to several million Agno-Sordish and the Sordish who feel neglected. There are no proper highway connections to and from Angland. The mayor of Avery, Eric Neal, has been asking for a bigger budget to develop the region's infrastructure. He's told us that even trucks are having a hard time travelling through the main roads. The increased traffic is causing trouble for people commuting in and out of the region. We can't leave the request of Eric Neal, a party member, unanswered. That must be cumbersome for the citizens. I agree. That could also hurt local businesses. I'm not sure if this region's a priority. That must be cumbersome for the citizens. It is. Bless their souls. I'm happy we're thinking alike on the matter. Well, let's look at it on the map. Look at the map. I looked at the map, and she was pointing to Lackhaven, which is there. Beautiful. Beautiful city. I love it. I look at the map. The H3 highway route starts at here and leads to Lenkirk, which is there. That makes sense, right? There. So basically, we've got a high-speed railway from there to there, or a highway from there to there. Okay. And from here, it goes then to Avery. Flipping awesome. As a result, the road networks towards the Angolian capital, Stalport, will improve substantially. She pauses and leads. I saw the central government continuously neglect the Anglo-Sordish dominated regions when I was a mayor. Is this administration going to continue that negligence? She's making a really good point. I've got to be honest. We should no longer neglect a key region for our trade with Agnolia. We should make Angno-Swordist citizens be respected as swords like all of us. Makes little sense to put investment in such a remote region. Listen, we shouldn't... This is about trade. Yes, sure, but most goods flow from Lackhaven and Holsword, which gives importance to logistics there. It's been pointed out that the highway would be less beneficial in the near term. I have to disagree. It will increase the speed of transportation throughout the region. Our citizens will be pleased if we successfully accomplish this. Besides, if we enter trade talks with Agnolia, they would see this investment as a positive sign. I want to hear about the other project then, guys. Tell me about the rail. Your predecessor, Alfonso, has failed to deliver on this campaign promise, but now we have the opportunity to start the construction of a groundbreaking new railway product. As you know, our current trains cannot meet the standards of today. As many of other countries adopt this new electronic engine technology to power up their trains, we fall one step behind. News about new electronic trains in United Continent, I mean, even the Soviets have got it, has piqued our interests. They too want to transport resources and materials from Holsword to Lackhaven with great speed and efficiency. Oh, okay. We can agree we must obtain high quality technician of the superpowers. This could also empower the businesses and bring investment. Major cities of Sordland need more infrastructure to support their growing population. I'm not convinced fully. Please explain further. I mean, I get it. I get why we'd want this. I mean, I don't know what difference me going down these routes are. Are we going to be a... Tell me further. Our plan is to upgrade the old L1 line from Holsword to Lackhaven. It will be transformed into a high-speed rail network. Look on the map. Holsword, Lackhaven. Right? Or, so here's what we got. Train line here. Or highway to there. I mean, they're both good plans, guys. Plan construction starts right here in the capital, and it will go to Anrica first, which is... Where's Anrica? Anrica is there. And connect to Golsod. Okay. After which, it will reach Lackhaven, our economic powerhouse. L1 will significantly boost the economy on the newly linked cities and even the rural areas in between. Lackhaven is our primary port, so the goods unloaded there will be transported to Holsword much faster. I mean, yes, we should link these rural areas in the middle with major cities. I believe this would benefit the businesses of Sordland as a whole. Investment in already developed regions makes little sense. Oh man, can I not do any of this? Because they make great points. They make great points about all of them. I'm indecisive here because we should do this. We're talking about the wealthiest regions and forgetting Angland, which needs it more. The mayor of Anrica, Kurtan Lest, also requests this project to be prioritised. Businessmen in this region will be very content with increased investment. Therefore, I recommend this project. I've settled on a decision. Excellent. So what one's it going to be? Alright then, guys. I can't get over the fact that I really dislike Simon and Gus. And I feel that is guiding me. Because I feel they want a high-speed railway, and I don't. I'm going with the highway, guys. Thank God, I knew you'd see sense. The negotiations will begin in the middle of this year. You'll be able to award the contract to a corporation of your choice. Ministry estimates the entire construction will be finished in 2 years, if every step is forward exclusive. Thank you for your contributions, comrades. See you soon. Have a nice day. Oh man, what a time. Right. Oh my gosh. Invest in the Arcasian company stocks. A personal investment opportunity has been relayed to Mr. Manga. An experienced stockbroker in Ventry City, Arcasia, is selling valuable shares in Armadine Industries, an up-and-coming electronic Increase my personal wealth? No, I am no. This is not that. I'm not that type of president, guys. I'm not here to line my own pockets. Let's go to a ball to finish this episode off. The ball was a 3-decade-old tradition, breathlessly anticipated by politicians, bureaucrats, and the press. All eyes were about to be on me, and look at me. I mean, look at me here in the bottom left. I called on Monica to get the children ready. Looking in the mirror, I straightened my tie, took a deep breath. After tonight, there'd be no turning back. I feel like we got a lot done today. Suddenly, Dina hugged me from behind, startling me a little. Monica had fixed her hair into an elaborate braid, woven through with ribbons. Papa! Mama told me it's time to go. Hello, darling, I'm ready. Where's your brother? Tell your mother I'll be ready very soon. Stroke her hair. Tell your mother. Okay, Papa, I can't wait to see the palace. It's almost time to leave, and the big ball was starting in less than an hour. Darling, Frank, it's time. Monica, Frank, enough fussing around. Now, where's my first lady? Darling, Frank, it's time to go. Monica came downstairs. She was wearing a simple yet elegant beige sheath dress and short heels. Her hair had been neatly pinned into a Chignon? I don't know what that word is. What is that word? Should we Google it? Give me a second, because I don't know what hairstyles are. Oh, it's like it's a how do you say it? How to pronounce? I hope you can hear. Oh, a Chignon. Here. Chignon. Chignon. Okay. Cool. It is a popular type of hairstyle. The word chignon comes from the French phrase chignon du cou, which means shape of the neck. There you go. You learn everything here. Chignon. Cool. And she's also shown off pearl earrings. Great. Sidetracked by hair. All these years, she had stayed by my side, and now we were about to begin the most challenging chapter in our lives. How do you do, Mr. President? Kiss her hand, embrace her, stand there and look at her like a creep. I'm gonna kiss her hand. She extended a gloved hand, and I raised it to my lips. Now where the hell is Frank? Frank! Monica, my love, you look as gorgeous as the day we were married. Now there's that charm that got you elected. Yeah, Monica, you know it. Look at my moustached face. Frank trudged down the stairs. Frank, mate! This thing itches. Oh, Frank. He tugged on his collar of his tuxedo. He seemed ill and at ease. You good to go, Frank? I'm glad to have you with us for this big night. Don't make me wait again. I'm glad to have you with us. Sure, Dad, I'm just dying to go. Papa, are these people going to be around us from now on? She pointed at the presidential guards. Yes, Sordland's most important family. Unfortunately, yes, they can't leave my side until my term ends. You'll get used to it. These people are our friends. It's alright, baby. They're here to make sure nothing bad happens to you, Papa, or his family. Monica held Dina's hand, and together, flanked by the guards, we walked out of the door. Halfway to the car, Frank stopped abruptly and turned towards me. Dad. Do I really have to go? Couldn't I just stay home? I'm nervous myself, Frank. It's a party thrown for me! It's a party thrown for me, Frank! Don't you support your father? You'll love it, son. I'm sure there'll be plenty of pretty girls to dance with. Don't make me angry, Frank. Listen. None of these sound like my President Rayne. I'm nervous too, but I will be much more confident with my son by my side. He smiled reluctantly. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's go. The presidential guard showed us the way as a red and blue flashing light, Serge, my driver, ushered us into an armoured limo. Motorcade started moving towards the palace, and I gazed out the window. Anton, what are you thinking? Nothing. Nice car, isn't it? With all that's happening, I'm wondering if I've made the right choice. I'm thinking that we've come a long way together, haven't we? Have we made the right choice? I know you have a lot on your mind, but you deserve to relax tonight. Just remember, no matter what, the children and I will always be here for you. I'm going to help Papa fix everything. You bloody are, Dina. Oh, Frank. Oh, he's that typical moody teen, isn't he? We'll see, darling. This means a great deal to me. This means a great deal to me. After what seemed like a few minutes, the convoy, I cannot read, slowed to a halt. Serge rolled down the limo's soundproof partition. We are here, sir. I hope you enjoyed the drive. I did, Serge. Thank you. Much appreciated. How are you today, Serge? I'm as good as I can be, but today's your day, sir. I'm glad you are now in charge. You know my entire family voted for you. Thank you and your family. Thank you and your family. I'm here with all your support. No reason to thank me, sir. You are the one who sparked a glimmer of hope in us all. He opens the door, we get out. Politicians, bureaucrats, celebrities. The creme de la creme. They like the French phrases in this game. What was it? Chignon. Chignon. Good luck out there, El Presidente. I'll see you on the trip home. I stepped out and immediately found myself surrounded by loud voices and camera flashes. Hordes of eager journalists thrust portable microphones my way. My guards fended most of them off, but one woman managed to dodge them and corner me. I recognised the Swedish Broadcasting Company's logo on her lanyard. Mr. President, do you plan on working together with opposition parties and expanding on the expected constitutional reform? Guards, arrest her! My administration will bring real change. This night is for celebration. I'm not going to talk about my policies. If the opposition is willing to support us, we are going to work with everybody. My administration is going to bring real change. Does that mean you don't plan on working together? Do you think you share no common ground with the other parties? We will do our job no matter what. I don't think the opposition shares our values. No comment, sorry. We will do our job no matter what. One more question. One of your first acts as president was to veto a campaign finance law that would have deprived small parties of public funding while increase those channeled to your own. Are we seeing the beginning of a more egalitarian administration? No one asks questions like this on the UK news. I've had it with your questions. Guards. Yes, no political party deserves to be silenced. I just didn't want to cause too much of a stir on my first day. Saying the option to, innit? That's enough, ma'am, said one of my guys while nudging the reporter away from me. A path through the crowd was now open and we made our way into it. The entrance was decorated with beautiful ribbons in the Sordland colours, white, yellow, maroon. A lush maroon carpet had been rolled down the stairs. We entered the lobby and joined the throng of people making their way towards the ballroom, and behind me I heard this guy again, man. There they are, the most beautiful family in Sordland. He's just I feel Peter is a sleaze. Uncle Peter, don't call him Uncle. Don't call him Uncle Dina. Hi, Uncle Peter. It's great to see you. You two are growing faster than I am getting wiser. The banter. Are you sure you've got any wise, Peter? You're a sight for sore eyes, Peter. Mr. Vice President. You're a sight for sore. I'll be nice. Likewise. Happy to see a familiar face, Peter. Evelyn! Peter's wife, Evelyn, approached us and shook our hands with a firmness that belied her delicate features. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say, the results were clear to me from the beginning. I appreciated Evelyn. It means a lot. Thank you. We both worked hard to make this happen. I wish I was as sure as you. There's a woman behind every successful man. Thank you. We both worked hard. We know you did. You deserve the position. And tonight we reap the rewards, baby! I hope you will show the same enthusiasm on the job. Exactly, that's why we're here. We could start by getting some drinks. Of course I will. You know me. I work as hard as I play. He gave a short smile that looked half genuine. He seemed uncomfortable. Monica, how are you? You've barely said a word. I'm more relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with, but of course now the real work begins. Ah yes. Managing the help, planning parties, daily trips to the salon to look your best for foreign dignitaries. Don't be so old-fashioned, Evelyn. I plan to use my power as First Lady to advance the position of women throughout Sordland. Equal rights for our sex are long overdue, wouldn't you say, Anton? As long as you don't burn the roast. Am I right, lads? Up to a point, yes, they mustn't neglect their responsibilities to their husband. Fuck, Jesus, man. Absolutely, and we'll work together to achieve it. That's my wife. Never content with being just... Why is all the answers there massively sexist apart from what is... Absolutely, my wife. She smashes a smile. Dina suddenly jumped in between us and tugged on my sleeve. Papa, can we go? I want to see the ballroom. Shut up, Dina. Yes, it's time to go. Of course, darling. We moved to the ballroom. We left the lobby and made our way towards the ballroom. Inside, we were yet again surrounded by noisy crowds, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Sordland. I spent the next hour shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. We finally settled down at our dinner table with the Vectons as the band started to play some slow, jazzy tunes. Oof, that was tiring. We have to get used to it. What, you're tired already? Another drink? If I have to shake another hand again... I'll go with that one. Suddenly a loud bang. What? A loud banging noise echoed from across outside the ballroom. Then another one. And another. The music's changed. This isn't jazz. That's not jazz. Oh no. The musicians stopped playing. Everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. Peter and I turned to each other, realization dawning on both our faces. Fireworks? No. Gunshots? Oh my god, literally goosebumps. Literally goosebumps at my own storytelling. No, oh my gosh, at the storytelling here. Okay. Okay, as soon as Monica heard the words, she lunged from her seat. Do I say get down? I'm shielding Monica and the kids. Papa, what's happening? I knew it. We never should have gone. Frank, chill out, mate. Oh my god, chaos broke out. Oh no, what is happening? Chaos broke out, and some of the guards flung themselves under the table, and others ran towards the door screaming. Dina burst into tears, whilst Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own face. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly. Mr. President, are you alright? Says Carl, Chief of Police. Carl Griesner, head of the Swedish police force, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. They all had guns drawn. As soon as he made it to us and saw that we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. What the hell's going on? Status report! Check the perimeter! What's going on? 1 second, Mr. President. Check the perimeter! That could have been me. That could have been me saying that. Paul, Jensen, follow my lead. We will bring them to the safe room. He now turned to Monica, Evelyn and the children and spoke in a soft voice. Don't worry. The situation is now under control. Please follow me. We promptly followed Carl through the winding halls and corridors of the palace. His men still had their guns drawn, which did nothing to ease the tension. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a fucking night. Okay, well, I mean, if we're going... There goes my self-imposed rule of language. Trying to control my language in this. Fair enough, Peter. It's not over yet. Shush, not now, Peter. Can't you shut up? You can say that again. You can say that again, Peter. Carl turned to us with a serious face as we were going round a corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I talk when I get nervous. Peter, shut up. Carl flipped a switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights flickered on. The safe room was comfortable, spacious, with expensive-looking leather sofas. Oh my god. Small security monitors on the wall displayed grainy footage of each room. Boardroom, pantry, containing enough provisions to last us months. Oh my god. Carl stepped away from us and made a few radio calls. When he was done, he returned to me. Not the best, Paul. What's the status? Are we under attack? Who's attacking us? What's going on? So tell me, Carl, do I have clowns for a security force? What's the status, Carl? His radio suddenly crackled to life. Every second felt like an eternity as he pressed his ear to the receiver. Good news. We're not in any danger at the moment. The situation has been dealt with and the perimeter has been secured by the guards and the police. He glanced towards Monica, Evelyn and the kids. if I may, sir. He gestured towards a more private corner of the room. This is what we know. We have confirmed that 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The attacker is one of them, and we have reason to believe he was working alone. He fired 3 shots at an MP. 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Oh, shit. Okay. Presidential guards at the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. He's not yet been identified, and we will require an investigation. The MP that was killed and identified as Bernard Circus. Oh! He's the communist guy. He's described as a romantic communist. He joined the Red Youth, as did I, in our backstory. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit, this is huge, Peter. This is huge, Anton. This will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes and handed me one, then he turned to Evelyn. I could hear him trying to reassure her that everything was going to be alright. Monica was still trying to tend to Dina, and Frank paced the room, mumbling that he should have stayed at home. Peter, old friend, what have we got ourselves into? I'm going to go confront my wife and... Comfort my wife and kids. Nothing like this will ever happen again, I'll make sure of it. We are safe. I'll make sure everything's going to be fine. We can't be sure of anything anymore, Anton. I lit a cigarette and took a deep breath. Drag. I just skim read, I'm sorry. I was going to see this through, and I'm going to keep my family safe. At all costs. I crushed the cigarette. Flip. Holy cow. Oh, man. Right. What a tense situation. I think we leave it there for now. And we come back in episode 5 with what comes next. Oh my god, guys. Man, this is tense. Thank you for watching and joining me here in the safe room. I will see you in this next episode. But yeah, for now, tense times in Sordland. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.